I know you're probably going through it right now. I mean, really, really going through it. You're feeling down in the dumps. You're depressed. You're not wanting to go anywhere, talk to anyone. You're not wanting to work out. You're feeling like the whole world is crashing down and you just can't get back up. And you feel like this girl she's living rent free in your head. Now, I'm not going to speak on divorce and marriage. I've never been in those shoes. So I only speak on things that I have been through myself. And we've all been heartbroken. We've all been left or cheated on. And it sucks, man. God, it's so painful. But I want to try to help you out today, man. I really want to try to shed some light on this. No one's talking about every single thing that I'm going to bring up today. No one's talking about this stuff, man. They're just not. But if you're new to my channel, welcome. Go ahead and hit subscribe now if you're not subscribed already. I don't know why not, because I'm dropping heat every single day. And I'm going for that 1,000 subs mark. And we're going all the way with this thing, man. So I had a coaching call with a guy recently. And he's over in Europe. Was with his girlfriend, I think, for maybe about a year. And they didn't live together. But everything seemed to be going great for the most part. She went on a work contract in another country for about 3 months. And while she was there, she got really close with one of her coworkers, another guy, and she broke up with him. And he came to me just saying he's completely wrecked. He's depressed. He doesn't want to work out, doesn't want to go out, fell out of his routine. And we're talking about a guy he's a nice looking guy. He makes good money. He's in a good career. He's smart. You know, he has elevated social circle. He has good guys in his life. He, like I said, he's in shape. He's, in the gym. He's what one would call a high value guy. And, he's built up a nice life for himself, but he just felt like he was completely wrecked and depressed, and he got out of his routine. He stopped working out, and they had split about a month ago. She broke up with him. She basically just got close with another guy she was working with on this work contract. And it's tough, man. It's really tough. A heartbreak, loss, betrayal, whether it's love, loss, or betrayal. Sometimes in life, we fight to hold on and we fight to let go. And he was just feeling so down in the dumps, which, of course, we all are, right? It's like, what did I do wrong? But really, all you can do is just pick back up. It's okay to stay down for a little bit. It's okay to stay down and feel. You have to go through the grief process. You can't bury the emotions. You have to feel everything, the anger, the sadness. Let yourself cry. Let yourself be angry. Because unexpressed emotions come out in unhealthy ways if we don't express them. So if you need to cry, cry. If you're angry, you want to scream into your pillow, do it. Let yourself feel. Sometimes in life we get knocked down, and sometimes we need to stay down for a little bit. We need to stay down and we need to process and feel and think, and write your thoughts out, journal. But there comes a point where we have to pick back up and we have to carry on. We have to reclaim our power, reclaim your life. And you can't let someone live rent-free in your head. But I know it sucks. It's painful. It's brutal, especially when you feel like you're doing everything you possibly can, or when you thought that you did everything that you possibly could, right? You thought that you were there for in every way that you possibly could, but then it still happens, still getting cheated on, getting left. Understand that your pain is real and it's valid. It's okay to feel that way. Don't downplay what you're feeling. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. But allow yourself to feel it. And have self-compassion for yourself. Like, be self-compassionate. You have to treat yourself like you're someone that you're caring for, because the relationship you have with yourself is the most important relationship you're ever going to have. Take care of yourself, nurture yourself, have compassion for yourself, not beating yourself up when I should have done this, should have done that. Now, it's always important to analyze, self-reflect, and look at ourselves in the mirror and think, okay, where could I have done better? It's always important to do this. I remember there was a girl, one of my biggest heartbreaks of all time. This girl, she was my high school sweetheart, I guess we could say that. And we reconnected a couple years after I was in the military. I was in the Marines for 4 years. And we reconnected, we rekindled things. Everything was going amazing. And we had a bit of a long distance relationship as we were, getting things heated back up. But it felt like we never even really missed a beat. We dated long distance for a few months. I started to feel her energy kind of pull back because I think I was a little suffocating. I was not really giving her the space, but I also was just being very clingy at the time, and I was also more in a blue pill phase. Well, anyway, she told me she needed space. I didn't listen to her because I just wanted to understand. I wanted answers. And a long distance relationship is tough anyway. I generally won't do it. Well, she told me she wanted space, she wanted to break up, and it wrecked me. It completely crushed me. I went crazy about it. I literally lost my mind, and I was like, why not? I was begging for her back, trying to understand why, and it just pushed her further away. You know how it is. I mean, we've been here before, right? Well, about a week or so after us being broken up, I get on Instagram and I look at my Discover feed, and I see her on my Discover feed with some guy. She was sitting in the lap with some dude with a tattoo sleeve, and I was like they're holding a drink, and I flipped out, bro. I flipped out. And yeah, I was crying. It crushed me. And she tried to come back into my life years later, and I just, wished her the best. And it was tough, man. It was really tough. But you have to allow yourself to feel. Acknowledge how you feel. But then you have to move on with your life. You've got to pick up and carry on. When you're in the storm, when you're in the feelings and the emotions, feeling all this stuff, you don't want to run away from the storm. You know how like a buffalo, what happens is a buffalo runs towards the storm, not away from it. That's how you feel. That's how you heal faster, is facing the storm of emotions and thoughts and everything. And it's very helpful to journal and write this stuff out. Another thing that you can do is, even if a lot of the times we can't make peace with that person, maybe we can't make peace. If we get closure, if we get some kind of a healthy closure and are able to make peace with that individual, that's amazing. But if you're not able to, then you have to make peace within yourself. And that means self-examining the relationship, what you could have maybe done better. Okay, great. So do that. Write this person a letter. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to even give it to them, but write her a letter. Write her a letter and tell her every single thing that you're feeling, no matter what it is. Every thought that you have, everything that you're feeling in your heart that you want to express. And this is the advice that I gave this guy. And I said, burn it. Write it all down. Handwrite it. And then burn it. And I think it's very helpful to get those thoughts out, because whenever we get them out on paper and handwrite it, you're releasing it from being inside your head and you're getting it out. And then we just have to carry on with our life. We have to pick back up. We have to turn that pain into power. This is the best time now to get out and level up in your life. If you don't have a six-pack, if your body is not where you want it to be, let's go. I can tell you right now, it was always the breakups that were the greatest fuel for me in business, in my body, in hobbies. Because what you have to do is you have to channel that energy. into a healthy way. You can't just sit cooped up inside all day, feeling bad for yourself, feeling down and out. Okay, a couple weeks, few weeks, a month passes. It's like, okay, let's get it together. Let's go. Let's get back on the horse. And that was what I told this guy. Is I validated his feelings, acknowledged his pain, but then it's like, okay, now we have to get out of our own way and we got to get back onto our routine. We got to get back waking up early. Let's get back into the gym daily. Let's fill our schedule with good things. Let's consume positive things. Let's start reading again. Only consume positive stuff. Drama, negativity. The thing about social media is it fuels off negativity and drama, right? We know this, and even reality shows. I mean, it's all just negativity, the news. You've got to remove toxic influences from your life. You have to be the gatekeeper of your mind, of your heart, of your soul. That's what you're watching, that's what you're hearing, and that's who you're around, who you surround yourself with. And if someone isn't adding value to your life, if a thing isn't helping you or adding value and positive energy to your life, and you need to let your friends, lean on your friends. Your friends want to be there for you. If your friends want you to go out, you don't have to go crazy. I understand you may not feel like going out and doing anything. I get it. Okay, but you have to get out of your comfort zone, bro. And if you have close friends, even if you have one good friend in your life, you're blessed. You're lucky. And I'm sure your friend wants you to go out with him. Go hang out. Go out. And you don't have to stay out for that long. This guy that I was coaching, he was telling me that his good close friend that he was with had wanted him to go out. I think the night that we were, or the weekend that we were talking, he wanted him to go out and hang out to some party or something. And I said, dude, just tell your friend, hey man, I appreciate you inviting me to go out. I'll go out with you. I'll come hang out. But I just want to hang out for a little bit. Whether it's an hour, 2 hours. You don't have to go crazy party and drink. You don't have to hook up with any girls. You don't even have to really talk. But just go out and be with your friend. Because your friend wants you to feel better. And they know that if you get out and go do something, it's good. Now, you should distract yourself by being busy to an extent. Yes, that's only really 50% of it. But like I said, the other half is accepting and feeling. So we're not running away from anything. We're not running away from it. And we're not distracting ourselves and never addressing and feeling the pain. We want to feel it. We want to address it. And address it head on and tackle it and handle it head on, right? But you also need to stay busy. And this is a great time to build your body. This is a great time to try and get that promotion, to start something new, start a new hobby, start a new business. Fill your time, your energy, and your mind with other things. And around people who love you and care about you, friends and family. And just being around real people that, people who really care. And pray to God, to the higher power, to the divine, to whatever you want to call it. Pray to God. I call it God. Ask God to help you, to give you the strength, the courage, to heal your heart, to light your path, just to help you overcome this breakup. When I pray to God, I just pray to God like just talking to a normal person. It's not that serious. I mean, it is serious, but it's not all that. It's not about going to church. It's not about even religion. It's just about having that relationship with God first. I'm not saying the other things are bad, but anyway, I digress. Ask God for anything you want, anything you need help with. Ask God to give you the strength to reclaim your life, reclaim your power. And I'm not saying you've got to, do all these things at once, but it's, eating healthier, getting out of your house, going and exercising, going for a walk in nature. I try to go in nature for at least 20 minutes a day, at least 20 minutes, just because it makes me feel better. It's so good for your mental health. What it does for your mental health is, it's unbelievable. It's just going to put you in a better mindset. The sauna, Work out. Go in nature. Go lift weights. Expend that energy and get around, trees and whatever, right? Just being in nature is so healing. If you have trails near you, maybe you're near a beach, but just getting out away from the noise and reconnect with yourself, reconnect with your soul. The relationship you have with yourself is the most important relationship. And you know what? At the end of the day, no matter what happened, I don't know if she cheated on you, she left you, she just ghosted you, she said it wasn't working anymore. There is always a lot of work that we can do on ourselves. There's always work that we can do. Absolutely there is. And you know what? Sometimes things don't work out because it just wasn't in our best interest. And it's hard to see it when you're in the storm, when you're caught in it right now. I know it's hard. It's really hard to zoom out, but that's why I'm doing this now. I'm helping you to try to zoom out. You'll be able to zoom out later and connect the dots and see why it didn't work out. Maybe you're going to meet someone else that's going to be a better fit for you. God has a better person for you out there. We can't connect the dots when we're in it most of the time. It's going to take some time for you to get over this. And you might ask, well, how long, Brian? I don't know. Everyone's different. But I'm hoping just like this, it's going to start really clicking. You just got to get out there and get some movement in. Start moving with your life. We got to keep it rolling. But I can tell you right now, it will make sense down the road, whether it's, a month, a few months, or 6 months, maybe even a year down the road. I'm not saying it's going to take that long to get over this girl, but several months down the road, it could be a month from, whenever it is, several months down the road, you're going to say, okay, yeah, I see why this didn't work out. And we can always improve. Yeah, you should analyze yourself and how you were in the relationship, especially if there were things in this relationship that maybe there were other similar things that happened in other relationships in the past, other failed relationships. And maybe you can connect dots and see patterns of behavior that maybe some women were saying, hey, you're not a good listener, or you push too hard, or maybe I need more space, things like that. Whatever it is, you can look at that and see if you can find a pattern. But at the end of the day, I truly believe that some people in our life were here for just a season. Some people are a blessing and some people are a lesson. Some people are both a blessing and a lesson. Some people are just a blessing and some people are just a lesson. And some people just have seasons in our life, just like we have seasons with the weather. There's seasons with relationships. There's some relationships in our life that just have an expiration date. And I think that we can always, I'm an optimist, but also a realist as well. And I think we can have takeaways from every relationship, whether it worked out, whether it didn't. It's not necessarily a failed relationship. To be honest with you, I don't really see any relationships that were failed, because it's all about the lens in which you see it through, right? It's all about perspective. So everything in life is just about perspective and trying to shift your perspective. But right now, man, you've got to stay busy. Journal your thoughts down. Write a letter to this girl and then burn it. And then get out there and live your life little by little. I'm not asking for everything overnight. Get back in the gym. Maybe go to a new gym. Maybe start a workout class. Maybe pick up a new hobby that you've been thinking about, right? The best kind of revenge is just leveling up yourself. I feel like I always say this so much like a broken record, but the best kind of revenge is no revenge at all. We're not taking any revenge. You know what we're going to do? We're going to keep living our life, and we're going to become an even better version of ourselves from it. We're going to become stronger from it. And It's really all about the duality of life, right? The duality of pain. You turn your pain into progress. Learn to turn your pain into power. And we have to detach. This is huge. The art of detachment. How do we detach? Well, I can tell you right now, after a breakup, out of sight, out of mind. Okay, I'm unfollowing, I'm unfriending, even in some cases, block the person. And this guy that I was talking to, that I was coaching, he said that he wanted his ex to see him continuing to live his life. And that's fine, you know? There's not really any right answer. For me, I'm going to have to delete the number. Or if you don't delete it, you could just make sure that you unfollow them. Just get them off of social media. You don't want to see her social media, and don't even look at it. There was one heartbreak that was so bad, bro. I literally had to block her number, the contact, and then I deleted it so I wouldn't even text her or not even think about reaching out to her. Okay, so there's different ways to go about it, but there's better women out here. There's tons of women out here. She's not the only one. You think that she was so great. She ain't all that special. It doesn't matter how good looking you thought she was. If you're getting older, you don't think that you're going to find someone else as good as her. She checked all the boxes. The vibe was there. The sex was great. Yada, yada, yada. And maybe you're getting into your mid to late 30s and you're thinking, well, I don't know if I'm going to meet someone, but it didn't work out. Bro, there are millions of women out here. There are women out here. Go to another country then. If you don't have any luck where you are, move to a new city. Go to another country. You need to be in a place where you can meet more women. I mean, it is what it is. There are good women out here. But that didn't work out. It wasn't meant to be. What's meant to be for you will be. What's not will go. It's simple. I allow now whatever is meant for me to flow into my life. And if it's meant to be on my path, it will be on my path. And if we're meant to be together again, she will come back on my path. If not, that's okay, because we're not going to chase. We're not chasing. We're attracting. We're never chasing anything. But we cannot dwell on it. You can't look at old photos. Delete all the photos. Don't romanticize the past and what it was. And you have to get rid of this fantasy in your head and your mind of what you made up the situation to be. You have to accept the reality for the present situation, no matter what happened. No matter what happened. I don't know what it was. She cheated on you. She just left. She needed space. She found someone else. I don't know. Accept the reality. The person you fell for may have been a fantasy. It was just a fantasy. And you have to detach from her and from who you thought this person was in your mind. I know emotional detachment is hard, but it's necessary. And you have to let go of this illusion that we have in our mind. Oh, but she was so great. And we just tend to think about all the great times and great things about her. I'm not saying that you should be negative, but you have to understand that your brain wants to play tricks on you. What you're feeling is still maybe just some chemicals, but it's not reality. Some chemicals that you were attached to from maybe having sex together or whatever, right? But first, what you need to do, if you feel betrayed, like you gave this woman your everything, you have to first rebuild trust with yourself. You have to rebuild trust with yourself because that is the foundation. How do you do that? You read, you write, you reflect, connect the dots looking back. You work out. You sit with your thoughts. This is all healing. Talk to a close friend about it. I do one-on-one calls as well, coaching calls. They're an hour. We do a video call. So if you want some personal insight, just shoot me an email and we could set something up. I have the email in the video description and in my bio. But it's also, like I said, important to find that balance between learning and trying to understand what went wrong so you don't repeat it on your end. But then also, too, accepting that, you know what, sometimes things in life just don't work out. And you've got to prioritize yourself. You've got to focus on yourself. You've got to work on yourself diligently. And you've got to fall in love with who you're becoming. The man that you're evolving into. The path that you're on. Life is electric, bro. There's so many doomers out here. It's an amazing time to be alive. And we're not promised a year from now. We're not even promised tomorrow. We're not even promised an hour from now. But you've got to live your life, man. Because she's living her life doing what's best for her. And you have to do what's best for you. Take care of you. Self-love is not selfish. It's the source of all the love you'll give and receive. Self-love is the highest form of love, really. It's what true love is. And you need to love yourself so deeply that your energy rejects anything and anyone who doesn't recognize your worth. Relationships are like music, and you never want to make music with someone who doesn't appreciate and value your lyrics, because sometimes, no matter how amazing the song and the lyrics and the melody, if someone doesn't understand your lyrics and what you're all about, it falls on deaf ears, man. And so I believe there is at least one person out there for all of us. I do. But you've got to pick back up, keep going, put one foot in front of the other, get back into your routine. The power of routine. Work out. I'm telling you, read, write, reflect, journal, write a letter to her. Don't give it to her. Block her, unfollow, unfriend from socials, delete number. Go spend time with friends. You don't need to hook up. That's not going to help you. I did this for years. I would just go hook up with a bunch of women to try and numb the pain. And on the surface level, it does help. But that's just it, just on the surface level. It doesn't really help heal the wounds. Only time does. Personal growth. Bro, at this point, I've had every ex try and either friend me, follow me, reach out to me, reconnect. I've had every single one, bro. Like literally all of them. Or just stalk my stories on Instagram or something years ago. So, man, you just got to continue focusing on you. Surround yourself with people who love you and go get out of your shell. I know it's uncomfortable, but you've got to take that step and you've got to you got to slowly start putting yourself back out there. But stop letting this woman live rent-free in your head. And tomorrow's a new day. It starts right now. Right now, you can make a decision right now. Are you going to stay where you are? Or are you going to get up, strap up, and carry on? A breakup and a heartbreak is actually a great time to just channel energy into hobbies, into business, into your body. It's literally some of the best fuel that one could possibly have. Because success is the best revenge. It's the absolute best revenge that you could ever have. And we don't want to take revenge, right? We want to wish everyone love and the best. And there's definitely some evil, shitty people out here. But you got this, man. You got this. I believe in you. And I know little by little, day by day, we're going to get it together. So that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know down below what your thoughts are. Let me know your situation. I try to read and respond to every single comment these days, and sometimes it takes me a little bit to get to it, but I'm building a strong community here with the Ascended Man, and I really care about you guys. Because what we're all about here at the Ascended Man is helping you forge strength, elevate your spirit, and lead with purpose. I'm helping you forge armor for life. I just didn't see anything like this on YouTube, so I feel like we're different, and we're going all the way with this, man. So subscribe if you're not already, and yeah, let me know your thoughts. Like the video, share with a friend who might find this helpful as well. Let's spread it. All right, catch you guys later.